Well, hello, everybody. I hope the volume was okay. I don't know if it is or not. I hope it is. Uh, I don't know how to do this stuff. Never will learn. I've been like on YouTube for 300 years, and I still don't know shit. So that's me. Anyways, how's it going, guys? Yeah, back for another live stream. Our normal Tuesday schedule. I said last week on that Monday live stream. Had an incident that previous week which messed my whole schedule up. So now I'm back on my normal schedule. Thank goodness, I guess. And yeah, so here we are. I've got a few things I guess I can talk about as people start to roll in here. First and foremost, I'm alive. It is also election day in Missouri. So, if you're in, I don't actually know when the polls close, but I imagine quite soon here. So if you haven't already voted, honestly, turn my shit off and I mean, there's only like 2 people on right now. So if either of you two have not voted and you're in the state of Missouri, turn this shit off. I will not be offended and go vote. Do that thing, I guess. Besides that, yeah, we've got, I don't know, other stuff to talk about. My recent video I did also got kind of a decent amount of traction. I wasn't actually expecting that, to be honest. I was just kind of shit talking to see what sticks, like usual. I mean, I have a point behind my videos, but it's actually kind of nice that people are like, hey, this guy's doing good. I appreciate that. There is still, the thing I love though about you do a video and you start talking about something, and you at the end of the video I literally said, which I obviously did not follow up on. I literally said, hey, I will delete your fucking comment if you don't if you say oh, voting's bad, or both sides are bad or some shit, whatever, right? And the amount of comments I still got, so either number one, they don't give a fuck about what you say, which fair, or number two, it's, oh, sorry, Ben, we just don't care. Or they didn't watch the video, I guess. So there's that. That was kind of funny, honestly. I appreciated the gesture there. But yeah, there were some comments I got from that I might just pop through here and actually kind of look through real quick. I gotta browse over to my thing, so give me just a moment. And we'll do that. I'm still kind of waiting for people to come in here too as well. So I usually do 2 or 3 hour live streams. Lately it's because of I'll start playing a video game, or I will start I don't know, talking about stuff. And if the conversation gets very, interesting, I might stick around for longer. But if that doesn't happen, I'll probably go ahead and kill the stream a little early, because I do have other things to do. I do have a life, unfortunately. Good afternoon, bud. Glad to hear you again. Oh, I appreciate that, Ethan Tracy. Glad to see you as well. Hope everything is good in your world, and that goes for everybody else in their worlds. Hopefully that nothing is too insane. Hopefully that you have had, you're having a good time, I suppose, as good as you can have in this current world. I realize that shit, I listen, I'm the first one to say that things are fucked, right? But I'll also be the first one to say, but guess what? You gotta you gotta just kind of try to stay as positive as you can, and so we can work to try to solve problems. So hopefully you all are doing great, or at least good, and hanging in there, if nothing else. If you're not doing good, I apologize. Not to laugh at me about my apologizing, just yeah. Christy Brandit says, I did my part, no on 4 and 5. Yes, thank you very much. If you're in the state of Missouri, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but no on 4 and 5. I did the same thing with my vote. So just for the record, so you Missouri folks know that I am not, I don't know, like a dickhead or something. So yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna look through these video comments as well and kind of talk over some of them. I wanted to talk over some of them, honestly. Some of them kind of irked me. Honestly, I think I felt like that whole video was clear that how I felt. But people just still think, oh, this is, it's worth my time to still sit here and say, yo, this guy's cracked, voting is still bad. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know that you guys probably get tired. Even the people that believe in voting, I'm sure you guys get absolutely fucking tired of me saying, talking highly of the elections, or really not even just highly, just saying, hey, you need to do your part, and this is like the way to show your bullshit government, it needs to change. And actually, it's how you can directly affect change. But people just don't seem to care. They want to believe what they want to believe. Oh, you know what? That's something I did want to actually, one of the topics, I should take notes. I don't ever do that. One of the things I did want to talk about, though, I've seen a lot of this. And I'll see if I can pull it up here. Mark Twain. If voting mattered. So I've seen this meme go around a lot recently. And it's apparently it's let me see if I can pull this up here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Fuck it, I'm just gonna share my screen. I can't do that actually. Here's instead, what I will do is try to like show this on stream. I don't know how well that will work, but let me just see if I can do that. Please understand this takes a moment. So let's see. So there is this. I'm bringing it up right now, but while I'm doing that, I'll read it to you. There is this meme that's gone around it's apparently by Mark Twain or Samuel Clemens that says if voting made any difference, they wouldn't let us do it. So I'm going to pull up this real quick, and I'm going to show you also the Snopes article that's that talks about this. Add new image. Where are we at? This guy, right? That's not the right one. Gosh dang it. Ignore that. I'm so good with technology, guys. So good. I happen to work in IT. And here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Boom. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, so look at this. I'll put it on my face here. Look at this image. Sorry, I got to like pull chat back up. I'm not looking at chat right now. Okay, here we go. There's chat. Let's see. Hopefully we have a new senator in Maine this fall. Forgot to thank Susan Collins today. Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm not sure if so. Did Maine have elections as well today? I'm not really honestly sure. Good to see you live, Ben. Keep at it, man. I appreciate that. Some people, I've actually gotten had a lot of people unsubscribe. In that last video I did, I got like all my subscribers back, or like the number back that I had. So we're back at like 5.7 thousand or whatever the fuck. So that's nice. I appreciate that, guys. Actually, it was misunderstanding of what he wrote. So yeah. So this quote never was uttered by Mark Twain. Okay. Mark Twain never fucking said this shit. He never said this shit. And I'm going to read you an article from Snopes. I think I can just go back here. And I think Snopes. Yeah, here it is. And I will post this link in the chat. I'm not going to try to show it because I just can't. It'd be take forever. But just in case you are interested in reading along, I will post this in the chat for you guys to look at. Let's see. I will never vote for anyone that takes AIPAC money. I would not recommend doing so, actually. The good thing is that most of these elections this time around were just small elections, so I don't think anyone's taking I don't think so. So here we go. Let's see. So there is the quote. There is the Snopes article. Follow along in the chat if you'd like. I will go ahead and read this, though. If I can just... Oh my goodness, maybe next. Okay, Snopes. So yeah, Snopes, incorrect attribution. So a common complaint amongst residents of every country, or every country at election times, is the feeling that their votes make no difference, that the powers that be will run affairs as they see fit, regardless of any input from the citizenry. This expression of the seeming irrelevancy of the ballot box is encapsulated in a quote often incorrectly attributed to American humorist Mark Twain. Although the famed author of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, blah, 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 has been connected to this bond on a number of websites, none of these sites provide any documentation about where and when Twain either uttered or wrote these words. And the quote is nowhere to be found among his literacy writings, letters, or recorded speeches. And it goes on to talk about that. Read more into that if you'd like. So this, I'm going to get this shit off the screen so I don't send the wrong image either. This shit never happened. He never wrote this, right? He never wrote, if voting made any difference, they wouldn't let us do it. First of all, that's such a shittily written thing It's like, do you really think that Mark Twain, who's like a really good writer, would actually write something grammatically incorrect? I don't think so. Maybe. Again, he's hit into like, religion is like the belief that you know ain't so or some shit. I totally misquoted that. But I thought that was kind of a cool quote. I don't know why we allow private anonymous funding for elections. It's obviously ripe for corruption. I agree with that. We should not. We need to take a lot. Honestly, money needs to be removed from politics as much as possible. Yeah, I think you have to have some money in elections, but like only because people need to pay for like I guess the infrastructure portion of it, if that makes any sense. I don't think that though. Like all of this like giant PAC funding and all these donation fund like in lobbying shit, all that's got to go because that just creates you start introducing shit like that in the mix, and obviously what people are concerned about is that people no longer care about keeping things free and fair. They're more interested in how can I make more money off this bullshit, right? So anyways, yeah, well, the reason why I bring this up about Mark Twain is I have seen several comments in my YouTube video, especially this recent one, where people utter that they don't post the meme, of course, they can't do that, but they essentially rewrite and regurgitate the same shit that Mark Twain apparently said that when he never did. The reason why I find this not only appalling, but also kind of funny is you're trying to act like you're educated. Like, oh, look what Mark Twain said. One of my favorite authors of all fucking time or some shit. Oh, look what he said about elections. He never said that. And you didn't take 2 seconds to Google it and look that up and figure that out. I just thought, because that's what I did. I wasn't even sure where this came from. And so I Googled it because they didn't actually even tag Mark Twain in it. It comes from that meme, which was incorrectly, some nobody from nowhere made a claim that Mark Twain had said at one point that if elections mattered, they wouldn't let you do it, which is not true at all. In fact, from what I've been reading about Mark Twain, he was very supportive of elections. So interesting that that's the person you'd pick. Obviously, they wanted someone who's highly regarded, but anybody who's highly regarded is probably not, at least from history, is probably not going to say something like that. I'm just saying. So yeah. So no, I just found that interesting because I've gotten so many comments on my YouTube video about that. I wanted to bring that up in this live stream. Maybe I'll do a separate video about that. We'll see. I don't know if that really is gonna. Maybe it'll piss. I think it's gonna piss a lot of people off. I keep talking about that, but I just think that it's interesting that there's a lot of people that actually think that Mark Twain said that, and they're sharing it like there's some sort of intellectual when they haven't even begun to do any work to actually back up that claim. So good job. Anyways, Ethan Tracy says we had a special election a few weeks ago to replace Plattner. The reference to Susan Collins is a jab to the constant ads telling us to thank her for doing the bare minimum. Hold on, I'm going to reread this. We had a special election a few weeks ago to replace Plattner. Fair enough. The reference to Susan Collins is a jab at the constant ads telling us to thank her for doing the bare minimum. Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, it's the same shit with like Mitch McConnell. They get, someone who's been in power in their same seat for like decades, they get complacent because in their minds they're there, like it's their seat. They don't think that they're ever going to get elected out of office, and that might be true to some degree. So they don't have to like work to do anything. They just get complacent, right? And so it's okay. We're just supposed to accept that they're doing the bare minimum in their minds or their campaigns' minds or whatever, right? We're just supposed to accept that they're doing a good job, just being there and representing, I guess, by showing their face. If they even do that, Mitch McConnell, we don't even know if the fucker's alive, So it's insane what they try to put up for, what they try to make us, put up with, I guess. So yeah, I mean, that's honestly my argument for anything. Even if I agreed with Susan Collins or Mitch McConnell, my argument would be you've been in there too long and you're not doing a good enough job. It's time for you to go, But yeah. Let's see. If Mark Twain were alive today, I suspect he would not be amused. He'd be fucking pissed. Are you kidding me? Imagine, that's the thing about like, imagine if I got popular enough to some degree And all my shit's online. It's recorded, right? There's records of what I said. Hell, there's recordings of my voice and everything, right? And video of me. Imagine in like 100 years, some AI, takes my images and they might already fucking do that. I'm probably giving them ideas for something horrendous. We'll see. But I'm seriously. But it's like, but most people wouldn't really understand my character anymore, right? Not as now all you guys know who I am and what I stand for, and I'm alive to backfire, or fire back, excuse me, backfire, to say like, no, that's not what the fuck I stand for. But if I were like 100 years from now or so, if someone said, well, Ben said, elections don't matter, and they'll try to spiral and make something sound like I might have said that, then nobody has been around for a long time that really knows who I am, and so a lot of people just generally think it's true, apparently, because again, it doesn't matter. It's both sides. When we say both sides are bad, you could almost say both Democratic voters, or should I say their base, and the Republican base. Apparently, a lot of you people, this is a unanimous problem. The elections are a problem is unanimous amongst liberals and Republicans right now, or conservatives, whatever you want to call it. And so, but it's like so they're going to try to, like, people that are intellectual are going to, like, oh, Mark Twain said this, blah, blah, blah. No, he never did. And a simple Google search would tell you that. But I mean, people that actually knew of him or study him, or like experts in, that kind of stuff, are like, no, there's no record of him ever saying this ever. In fact, the records we have of his politics are of the contrary. So again, imagine if, they pull the same shit on me in 100 years, and people will just accept it because they know of the idea of me, right? They've not like sat on a live stream, watching me in real time like you guys have or whatever, right? It's like they don't actually know what the fuck's going on, right? So yeah. Anyways, let's see here. No on 4 and 5 for sure. I'm not gonna breathe until I see the results for sure. I'm glad I have a lot of people from Missouri in my chat. I'm guessing you all are from. Is 4 and 5 just a Missouri thing? I feel like it's an amendment to our Constitution, but I don't know if that's like more than just Missouri. I guess I'm not well researched on that. I'm not sure. So let's see. If elections mattered argument is a known right-wing strategy, they always use it to win, and they are in fear of being voted out. Listen, I would believe you, but here's the thing: I've seen liberals do it too. I've seen people that are supposedly liberals argue this because, and I understand their point. They're fed up with do nothing Democrats. I get that, but I think you're stretching too far to say at this point that we can't elect anyone else who's going to be any good, right? That's a stretch too far. Let's see. If I did the bare minimum at work, I'd be fired, and my job isn't even important. Exactly. It's like, the thing is, like, we have to work our asses off here at the bottom. But, people in power that have been sitting there for fucking decades. Mitch McConnell has voted against, sick leave. How many fucking times? Has he voted against multiple bills for different types of sick leave? But then when he needs to take fucking, I don't know, a month and a half off of work, when he's like sitting in one of the most important seats in the fucking world, that's okay. So we're supposed to let him do that, but we can't do that, right? That's the bullshit message they're sending to you, and they know what they're saying. They know what they're doing, right? And we're just supposed to tolerate that. Seriously, they know that we're going to interpret it that way. They're trying, again, every little thing that the billionaire class, and the people that run for the billionaire class, like Mitch McConnell, the Republican side, they're not the little slippery thing they do is they kind of know what they're doing. They know the message they're kind of sending, the narrative they're kind of sort of not directly but sort of pushing, like, oh, Mitch McConnell can, for example, Mitch McConnell can take sick time, but you can't. They're trying to test to see just how much you will accept that, right? They're trying to see just how much you will be okay with it. Because if people are unanimously just kind of okay with it, even if they're not like, they don't love it, but they're okay with it, that tells them, oh, okay, so then we can go one step further than this, right? So yeah, it's part of their strategy. It's not the whole thing. It's part of their strategy. Let's see if they did the bare minimum. Oh, he stroked out. Did I stroke out? I don't know. I sometimes stroke out. I sometimes like can't. I stumble upon my words, I guess. Sorry, I'm like behind in the comments too. If McConnell deadline already ended, the McConnell deadline already ended. I wonder why they haven't announced it yet. They're saying that he's still alive, so they're gonna try to do whatever they can to make sure they don't have to. That's what I'm saying. To come out now and say, "Oh, just kidding, he's dead," then they have to admit they're lying, and they don't want to do that directly, right? They're not that screwy. AI might take the president's job if robots can vote. I almost wonder if AI should. At some point, it might literally just be better than people. I know you're all going to hate me for saying that. I'm joking, of course. But it's like, goddamn, we have so many problems with people, and all we can do is complain about AI. Anyways. Then we moved out the okay. So let's see. I'm sorry, but Democrats complain a whole lot, then often refuse to get off their ass and vote. I 100% agree with that. That's why I never shut up about it, because I know the Democratic base, the ones who need the most, are gonna find every fucking excuse to be lazy. Sorry, not sorry. Minnesota here, close enough. Yeah. I want to move to Minnesota. I'm not kidding. I would. My girlfriend spent some time there. I've been in Minneapolis a few times. I fucking love it there. I want to move there eventually. We'll see. Yeah, this is very specific. 4 is them trying to change this in ballot initiatives to be majority. Yeah, district 5, and then 5 is getting. Yeah. So it's just Missouri. Okay, fair enough. If you don't want to vote, then don't. But please stop undermining the Democratic Party. No one can save you from the weight of your own bad choices. So, but again, that's what the narrative you're saying there, though, is that the Democrats are always supposed to be bad, right? You're basically saying that, and honestly, that's not fully true even in that sense. You're basically saying you're honestly admitting you're kind of on the right there, though, because you're saying, oh, Democrats have always been bad because they made all these bad choices, and so therefore voting for them is not going to help. Which I disagree with that notion entirely. I mean, have they made some mistakes? Sure. So does everybody makes mistakes. Have they sat on things I wish they wouldn't have? Absolutely. They've also done a fuck ton of good things as well. Sorry, not sorry. I think Israel has full control over U.S. politics. They will never allow anyone. They don't have full control over U.S. politics. They don't have full control. Israel has a lot of influence on the people that are currently in Congress. They don't have full control on all of politics, though. That's not how that works. I mean, Israel is not. See, that's the thing, is people don't even understand their own government. The federal government is not this trickle down thing that flows to the states and then to the local municipality. It doesn't work that way. So, yeah. Of course, I don't know. I think Chevy, you said you're from the Middle East somewhere. And I'm not saying that to like be mean. I'm just saying like that's kind of like, that's how that works. Like states and your local and your states actually goes upwards. We vote our Congress, like we push upwards. Now, if our asshole representatives are taking Israel money, that sure. But then that's what I'm saying. You vote them out of office and vote someone in that is serious. And yes, there are still good people on the planet. Sorry, not sorry. I know you doomers love to think that everybody sucks. Well, then apparently I suck then too. I already saw this. Dr. Dumar says, no, you're just dumb. Okay, well, you keep Dr. Doomer, you are the one. Are you one of those idiots that keeps like referencing the fake Mark Twain quote? I think you were the one that referenced one of the ones that referenced the fake Mark Twain quote. If that's the case, then dude, as I just got done saying, yeah. Anyways, let's see. I think Israel is full control of U.S. politics. They never allow anyone opposing them to be elected, or they won't. Sorry, I already read that comment. So I have to like keep going back. You guys, I love you guys. I love when my chat is full and I like struggle to read all my comments. I love that shit. I'm not kidding. To hell with democracy. It has been a mask for fascist corporations for years. Y'all just scared to fight because pain hurts. I will say this. First of all, I disagree with you completely on that, because I mean, other countries, not just the U.S., are democratic and they're doing okay. What I will say is this, like, that's kind of the reason why I say, like, most people are not fighters, right? I'm not a fighter. And I'm not afraid to admit that, honestly. So it's like, I'm trying, like, my whole point of getting on here and talking about this stuff is to present. You guys are always complaining, complain. Okay, well, let's find solutions. So here are solutions that we can try to promote amongst normal civilized people that actually get shit done, and not just be like, oh, we have to start a militia, right? That's kind of what I'm saying. So I mean, McConnell. Oh, McConnell. Yeah. He did actually. I think McConnell suffered some sort of stroke, but nobody knows what the fuck his status is now. Honestly, registering for selective service is mandatory. Why not voting? It's just I don't know if I want to make voting mandatory specifically. I don't think selective service should be mandatory either. I don't know if I want to do that, but I mean, in my opinion, it's just your right. If you don't like, if you're refusing to vote, you're just deciding. If your rights get taken away from you, that's on you, man. Not anybody else, because you decided you don't want to fucking deal with your, you don't want to push against your government. That's the method you have of doing that. And your representatives you vote into power are supposed to help you with that. And if they don't, you vote for the next person. That's how that works. And no, it's not this endless, nobody does anything. I got to be honest, it's because Republicans keep getting voted into power. Republicans don't want to represent you properly. So yeah, if we keep voting Republicans into power, they're lying scumbags. Of course you're not getting properly represented when you vote Republicans into power. Dr. Doomer here is a Republican. Of course he is. I'm going to fucking ban Dr. Doomer. I think he's a fuckhead. I can't even do that apparently. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, let's see. Put this user in timeout. Am I going to put you in timeout, Dr. Dumar? No, I'll hire you from my channel. You're fucking banned. Bitch, get the fuck out of my chat, dumbass. Anyways, let's see. It just feels like it because these assholes are so loud. Yeah, anyways. You understand Trump will burn this shithole to the ground before your legal pathways do anything. I disagree with that. Trump. So here's my other argument, guys. Trump is not doing well, right? And I'm not saying like Republicans won't win. I don't want to push that narrative. What I am saying is these. What I am saying is, fuck, what am I saying? Hold on. What the fuck? Maybe I am a dumbass. Well, there's that. See, okay, okay. So Republicans have kind of fucked up. What I'm trying to say is Republicans have kind of fucked up with the 2025 movement, right? They've done a lot of damage, but it's not to the point where we are totally fucked. I just voted today, and nobody held a gun to my head, right? I've been told right and left on my channel, don't vote. It's dangerous. People are going to fucking hold a gun to your head, ICE agents and all that shit. All I fucking saw this morning when I went into my polling place to vote was basically a bunch of old people sitting at a plastic table ready to hand me my ballot. I put my ballot through the machine after I was done marking my things on it, and that was that. Like, that's what it was, man. Like, I don't know. Like, so scary, I guess. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, if there's no one worth voting for, you shouldn't be forced to vote. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, if it's all bad, fine, but that's not the case right now. But I hope you took my criticisms constructively. I don't even fucking know if I read your comment. Let's see. Good job. Good job finally going live. I've been live. I guess I wasn't live a lot last week, but I usually go live Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I've started doing that, I guess. Democracy is exhausting, but we want to keep it anyway. Yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I'm not sure if that's I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be offended by that. I think I agree with it. Anyways, Trump is a cult virus. I agree with that too. There's that. Let's see. I don't feel there's any firewall left against his madness. Not right. I mean, seriously, again, we have to put up a lot of shit right now, but again, they're not. They don't have total control of our government yet. They can get there, but not yet. And I think right now, actually, Congress and even Trump and everybody, they're all kind of like taking a break to campaign anyway. So right now, like, they're very distracted with campaigning. And their campaign has been pretty weak. I realize a lot of people will still fall for this, but still, all they can say is Democrats are bad, without context. So there you go. Well, today was just primary. If that scary stuff was to happen, it'd be in the general. Yeah, well, uh, yes and no. I do think we're going to see some shit go down. I just don't think it's going to be like every single polling place in the country. Maybe some parts of the swing states, maybe, but sorry, not sorry. I'm a kind of a cold-hearted person this way. I don't fucking care. If we do not vote because scary ICE agents, again, if that actually happens at your polling location, just don't interact with them, right? Don't interact with them. Don't fuck with them, whatever. Don't like piss on them or like try to like don't say fuck you asshole or nothing. Just walk on by, and if they try to get rowdy, just say I'm here to vote. I'm here to carry out my thing. If they ask who, it's none of your business. And that's legit, right? I'm telling you, for the most part, that's not going to happen. So I love your opinion because I hope to hell I'm wrong. I never wanted my gut feeling to be wrong. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that like I think that the Democrats are a shoo-in, because other podcasters and even news corporations are saying that. I don't believe that. I think the Republicans still can win, but that's kind of why I'm getting on here and I continue to fucking talk about this day in, day out, is because we can still stop that from happening. It's still up to us. It's hard to convince some folks of that, but hey, I try. Awesome knowing your brother gives me hope. Well, I appreciate that, man. That's the other thing too, is I think the other spin is like a lot of like a lot of YouTube podcasters or political podcasters, they often say things in a very negative light, which, I mean, that's fair. We need to be serious about this stuff, but like, I just think that it does. I think there's too much of that right now. There's far too much. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. To the point where people naturally are just like, I give up on this shit. I don't want to fucking deal with this anymore. It's too stressful. That's a natural response. So, I mean, I'm still a very small YouTuber, but I try to be, I try to be someone who is, I don't know, just I don't know if positive is the right word. I don't want to spin it negative though either. I guess neutral. I try to be like positive in the sense of like, hey, we can do things, right? We can do things. It doesn't have to be all like shitheads and fucking, dead roses. I don't fucking know what the terminology is there, but like we can do things. It doesn't have to be all bad. Okay, let's see. Let's keep reading the comments. What do you think about the new party Joe Kent, MTG, and Tucker Carlson plan to establish? I have not heard of this party, actually. I know that Tucker Carlson has been kind of active in his, post the whole Fox News thing. I don't think anything on the right is going to be successful until Trump is completely out of the scene. That's what I think. I still think Trump's cult personality is holding on to a lot of what I think the right is pretty mixed up right now, to a point. They're almost kind of having the problem that the Democrats had in 2024. Not the same, but sort of, in a sense where their God King is obviously fucking up right and left. And a lot of them are not really saying it fully, but they're pretty upset about him. And then there's still a percentage of them, though, that are still hooked on to God King, right? And so obviously Republicans they really want to split with Trump. They really wanted to all along in a way. But I mean, you've seen how even, JD Vance has been back and forth about Trump. But it's right now he's holding the reins of the Republican Party, and there ain't a lot you can do with the base until he's gone, in my opinion. Once he's gone, you can rally the base in a certain way like they used to do, before all this Trump shit. But and maybe they'll try to find someone just like Trump who is very, if you want to call, I don't like using this term, but I'll say this, charismatic for the dumbass Republicans. Maybe you'll find someone like him, but also more willing to, play the game with Republicans and not be a complete bastard about it. But that's going to be hard for them to do. It's not easy to pull that off. And so I don't know. We'll see what I guess we'll see what happens with that. I'm not exactly like sure that there will be that's a concern right now. We'll see. And here's the thing, like, listen, there's a lot. I have conservative views myself. Like, I'm not like totally against like conservative, some conservative mindsets. It's just that this authoritarian shit has got to stop. And Tucker Carlson, he tries to play the role now like, oh, I'm not authoritarian. I don't agree with all this Trump shit, but he did when he was on Fox News. That was pretty much his fucking narrative. So now that he's not on Fox News anymore, he wants to be very much, But yeah. So, anyways, let's see. If somebody is actively intimidating you at the polls, can the sheriffs call your local police? Or sorry, I read it wrong. If somebody is actively intimidating you at the polls, call the sheriffs. Car local police. In Missouri, they might be in on it though. That's the problem, right? And so all I say is do not get. The only advice I think I can give you is don't get rowdy with them, right? If they try to get rowdy, you're like, man, I'm just here to vote. That's all I'm doing. Like, you just keep calm, and that's all you do, right? Don't get weird. Don't and be very, very, very like, strategic in what you say and do, and just be like, man, I'm really just here to vote. I appreciate you trying to protect us. Like, try to honestly talk them up a little bit, even. I appreciate you here to try to protect us. Sorry, tickle their ego a little bit, and then just to get through the line. But I'm just here to do my job, right? Or here to carry out my civil duty. That's it, right? And they don't have to know anything more than that, and they'll be like, all right, whatever. Especially, I hate to say this, but if you tickle their ego a little bit, they think you might be on their side, so they'll probably try to leave you alone. You don't have to fucking tell them you're not. That's how you're strategic about it, right? Anyways, that's how you do shit, man. That's how you get shit done. Listen, I've been around many very aggressive people. Aggressive people like their ego tickled. And that doesn't mean you have to like suck their nuts or something. You just do it just enough, like, like tickle their fancy a little bit just to get them to kind of leave you alone. And then you stab them in the back, behind their back, when they don't even know about it, right? Ask me how I know. Anyways, so yeah, let's see. Otherwise, yeah, if the police, like I think Minneapolis, the police departments they were pissed at ICE, right? So in that way, they might do something about it. I don't know. I again, the other thing is, yes, ICE is majorly funded right now. I only if they actually try to do anything, I think it's only going to be in. I feel like we've already seen it actually. In other elections, but it'll be swing states where you see it the most, if anything at all, and only in certain districts and counties at certain polling spots where they think that might be a tip of the hat to Democrats kind of thing, is where we'll probably see that. And for those local areas, I say, do what you gotta do to get ready for that shit, man. You know who you are. I mean, if you're a swing state or not, or you're a swing area or not, right? Let's see. Having gone in depth about our current situation with AI, it advises me that the virus naturally dies out because of the truth bomb. Are you saying what is the virus? I don't know what that is. So the problem with the quote truth is fungible because the large percentage of the population will still believe that facts are not as important as feelings, and that can be exploited. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing though, is that's why. Like that's what I try to do on my channel, though. I try to craft the truth, if you will, as I don't like saying it that way because I don't like to sound like so many people say, "Oh, I'm here for the truth." Well, are you? So I always like to be, question everything, but the way I try to do it is try to approach people like it's like you are just trying to talk to them, right? You don't that kind of thing. And the truth is an emotional thing, right? Sorry, not sorry. But the truth is that groceries are expensive, gas expensive, living costs are expensive. And there's real reasons for this shit. And people will get emotional because those facts affect their daily lives. And here are the truths that can mitigate that, right? That's how you can do that. What do you think I'm doing right now, right? You got me. So I joined late, but catching up now. Greetings from a fellow IT guy from Kentucky. Oh yeah, awesome. I appreciate the IT. Listen, I have not put any videos up on my other channel, but I had my name on this account used to be Tech Maxware a while ago now. I have moved that. I want to make some tech based videos, and I will be doing tech based videos on that channel. So if you're interested, subscribe there. Again, nothing on there yet. I have things I'm working on in the time. It's just kind of I'm focusing on this channel, other things as well. So, anyways, um, the living green water reflecting pool cannot be turned blue because Trump wants to be able, but he is not God. The truth cannot be silenced. Oh yeah, I mean that's why he's crashing out, and people get arrested when pointing that fact out. Right? Is that this guy's he's crazy? You know, he's fucking he again. This is where narcissists screw up. Whenever when they can no longer just lie and say I did this, I did that. Now everybody sees that when they say that it's actually not true, and they're held to that, right? They crash out because they can't tolerate the fact that they're actually nothing. They suck at everything, right? That's why they're a narcissist, because they're actively trying to make them pitiful selves feel better about themselves. And when that's all, you know, brought to shit, they flip out. Let's see. The Me Too pro Second Amendment. Are you saying pro Second Amendment? That's fair. Let's see. Well, to be fair, Tucker there, his views changed somewhat after leaving Fox, just like other news people did after they left big MSM outlets. MSM outlets are basically political actors. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? I mean, I have never done that, and I never will. I'm here on my own channel talking to you about what I want to talk to you about right now. You know, if MSNBC offered me a spot on their show, and my first question to them would be like, I'd love to do that, except, am I going to have to fit your narrative? Because I'm not doing that. And they're obviously be like, well, yeah, you have to fit our narrative, yet you're going to be on air. Well, sorry, I'm not doing that. Have a nice day. You know, Tucker Carlson did not do that. He very much took the paycheck and said, okay, fine, I'll spew your narrative. And here's the problem with that. Even if he is telling the truth now, I don't really know how to trust him, because he already said a bunch of other bullshit back then, right? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying he's totally FOS. I'm just saying, listen, man, you got to be careful what you say when you say it, because it'll be held. They will hold it against you at some point. That's why I'm honestly I try to be careful about what I say on these streams, believe it or not, or these videos, because if I ever do get popular enough, like, people are going to go dig this shit up, you know, years from now and be like, yo, what the fuck is this, right? I already know it's going to happen. So Tucker Carlson acts like he's an innocent now, but honestly, I think he simply wants to jump out of the sinking boat of Republicans. Oh, sure, that's exactly what he's doing. He needs a paycheck. He lost his job at Fox News. He needs a paycheck, and so he's going to try to do whatever he can to get a better paycheck, you know? And if that means he might be able to forge his way into a new political personality, then he'll do that. But how successful that is, especially amongst people who, I mean, he lost his support, a lot of his followers already, leaving Fox, and he's going to lose a lot more of them now that he's saying things differently. People don't like that in media, even on YouTube here. But, you know, and a lot of other people that do know about him that never supported him, well, we're not about to, so good luck to him, I guess. I mean, in my opinion, he kind of gets what he deserves. He helped Trump win the presidency by spewing this shitty narrative. This is the consequences of doing that, right? The beautiful honeymoon period does not last forever, and that's what Tucker Carlson is now experiencing. I'm paid millions to say I no longer believe in something. I was paid millions to convince people to believe in. Exactly. So we'll just encircle ICE Rangers, turn our backs, and silently block their operation. Let them try. We're the executive branch, and we'll enforce yeah. I mean, citizens have the power to stand up to their tyrannical government. I mean, if you're going to sit there and again, so many people like to push that, you know, we're going to stand up to the tyrannical government, blah, 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 on both sides. You know, I hear liberals say that. They're like, no, we can't vote because ICE agents might be there. Well, then what are you doing? What are you doing? right? Fucking shit. So you're not gonna do it. You're not. No, you're full. You're FOS. You're not. If you can't stand up to ICE agents at your fucking local elections, I'm not gonna trust you in forming a militia to go against the United States of America government. Bullshit. You know, I don't believe that crap. The virus is Trump's playbook for Project 2025. Oh, there we go. Okay, makes sense. I used to be a game programmer. Now I'm a token maxer. Like cryptocurrency shit. Damn. Okay. Cosmo Origin. What's going on, my guy? Why are people worried about voting? Oh yeah. Sorry. Well, it was kind of a joke. So like I said before, so I went, like I was saying before, I went to vote today in my local elections here in Missouri. And like it always has been, every single time I go to vote in United States elections, it's usually you walk into like a church basement or something, right? And there's this plastic fold out table, right? You buy from Walmart or some shit. You know, it's and then at that fold out table, you got this line of old people. And I'm not being respectful, it just is what it is, right? I love them, honestly. They're great people. And, you know, and it's like these are like the most harmless, the nicest, whatever the fuck kind of people, and all they want to do is hand you a ballot. You go to vote, you stick it in the thing, right? That's all you do. And I just think that I think it's funny because that's what I know when I think of elections. That's what I think of because it's always been that way, right? But so many people act like, oh my god, elections are this horrible like bullshit thing, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's a bunch of old people sitting around, you know, I don't know, man. They're doing it because they have nothing better to do. They're volunteering. I know for a fact these people aren't getting paid to do anything. Why would they screw anything up? Because they're not getting paid to do anything. They don't fucking care. You know, they're volunteers, my man. Anyways, I wish I could make a super chat and reward you for doing such a good job tonight. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I turned off super chats. Maybe I'll turn them back on. I don't know. I kind of like. I had a political where this channel was this is my personal channel, and I was political aware for a while. I stopped doing that for a couple of reasons. One, my numbers were kind of shitting the bed, and so I kind of wanted to be more of a lax channel again. If I did anything at all at the time, I've decided yes, I'll come back and do things. Here I am. Hello, but so that for that I had like people that were like paying me like for super chats or what do you call that memberships. I turn all that stuff off because if I'm going to stop doing videos for a while, I didn't want to take people's money. I just didn't feel good doing that. Maybe I'll turn super chats back on. That's probably harmless, right? Because I'm doing a live stream. You know, if you want to throw me some, not that I'm saying you have to. Like, I don't get me wrong there. Yeah, it's one of those things. You know, I just if you're gonna send me money, I want it to be worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how a show I put on. I'm no like Tucker Carlson. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah, I'll consider turning super chats back on. Fluffer Carlson needs no paycheck. Oh yeah, he's fine. Honestly, Tucker Carlson should like just fuck off. Like if he was saving up properly, he should just fuck off. He should just like do his like I don't know, do like hobbies or whatever the fuck, stay out. He had his light in the political specter and he fucked it up. Okay, he did that to himself. No shame in that. He just did. So whatever. It's like if I were going to MSNBC, was offered, like I said before, if I were offered a position on MSNBC or whatever the fuck, but oh Ben, you have to say, you can't be yourself. You have to say this narrative shit. I wouldn't do it because I don't want to then have to come back to my YouTube channel again and be like, haha, just kidding. I didn't mean anything I said. No, it doesn't work that way. People don't like that shit for obvious reasons. So yeah, some people here are actually scared, especially illegal immigrants. I mean, after citizens were murdered for illegally protesting, I get it. I understand that, but I mean, here's the thing. If you move to this country, you believe in it at all, and you can vote, if you're legal to vote, that is, just fucking come on, man. Like, Missouri, our slogan here is the show me state. My teachers always said that when I was going to school. Oh, you got to show me. This is a show me state. Whatever. But here's the thing. I'm going to use that for a second and say, if you are going to be patriots and I'll be like, we care if you give a shit about this, you fucking show me. All right. Show Ben. You need evidence. If you're like, we're going to stand up to this bullshit government, I want to see some evidence of that. because all I see is a bunch of people that's sitting around. You know, not you guys. I'm saying like other people that comment on my channel saying they don't want to vote. Anyways, um, man, Missouri has got to be the most nondescript state in the union. You know, I was just thinking about this earlier today. We're called the Show Me State in Missouri. We should be called like the Forget Me State because like everybody forgets that we fucking exist. We actually have a lot of significant history. Like Missouri is actually a relatively important state in a lot of ways, except like nobody fucking knows about us. It's like this like bullshit in the middle of nowhere. Like, yeah, that's Missouri, I guess. You know? Oh, it's funny. That's fine. Let's see. If like Russia ever nukes the United States, you know, like Missouri will be the only thing left because they forgot about us. Oh, that's right, they exist. Ah, whatever, they're fine. You know, who cares about them anyway? You know. Anyways, fucking shit. When by the way, in Knob Noster, Missouri, is the fucking place where all of your stealth fighters, or at least most of them, reside. So, like every time Trump sends shit to, like Trump, like says, "Hey, we're gonna bomb shit in Iran," those fuckers take off from Knob Noster, Missouri, and fly all the fucking way over to Iran, do some bullshit, and then fly all the way fucking back and land here. Not no joke. They that's literally, it's weird. Missouri's the place. Okay, uh, it's not that I'm proud of that. I like, I mean, I think it's cool we have that kind of stuff here, but I don't like what they're doing, of course. Okay, so let's see. See, that's why I like your channel, man. You aren't crazy as doom and gloom. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's what I try to do. I try to at least have a little bit of fun here, you know. Yeah. And name, shape, locations, most perfectly forgettable. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I like small group chats. It's more personal and less scattershot. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if my channel does grow, which it has been ish, you know, then I'm not sure how we're going to have to handle that. We'll have to see. Yeah, I don't know. That's when things get hard, right? And I'm not really sure how to like handle if my channel gets to a certain point where it's like, it's easy not to think about that. And then like, oh shit, it's happening. And you feel like your chat's being I try to right now read every single comment, you know, because I can, but it's not possible. And like, you have like 100 people chatting, right? So yeah, we'll see. Sadness, Swan, and Swanson's Foods are two different companies entirely. Swan and Swanson. Okay. Don't lose hope. Excuse me. Don't lose hope, guys. Get out there and vote. Yep. That's coming from Cosmic. I believe you're Canadian. You know, I'll tell you, those people in Canada, man, they are very good people. I'll tell you. I don't know. They seem to very much care about us, and we seem to treat them like shit. Like I was talking about that last live stream, and so I appreciate that. I'm not going to do that on this channel. I love Canadians. I love Canada. I've not been there. I want to go there. I'm afraid right now if I try to like step across the border, like Canada's going to shoot me at this point. They're like, they fucking hate Americans, but you know, maybe I deserve it. I don't know. Anyways, Schwan has nothing to do. Okay, yeah, Swanson Foods. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure about all that shit. Totally agree. People are still traumatized. Yeah. Did not say, okay, whatever. There's apparently a sub conversation going on in chat, so I'm gonna ignore that. I don't know anything about the culture history, but Missouri doesn't have a single identifying feature about it. Well, that's the problem. It's like a lot of our shit. It's all like a lot of it's like rural areas. You know, I live in like central Missouri ish area. So like the reason why I like it is because like I'm right in I'm 2 hours to my west, Kansas City. 2 hours to my right is St. Louis. You know, I love that shit. Like, there's not very many. If you think about it, there's not a lot of places that like you have two major cities at your disposal, right? Obviously 2 hours, right? But it's not that bad. You can. I've done it several times. You drive 2 hours, you're there, and you get back, whatever. So that's pretty cool. The center of any country is strategically important. The center of any country, fair enough. Okay. Anyways, Missouri has a city that exists in 2 states. Yeah, Kansas City. Kansas City's pretty cool. You know, I was just in Kansas City actually recently, and it's kind of funny because like if you go to Kansas City and like you're driving through a neighborhood, I was like trying to get somewhere, and I drove through this neighborhood, right? And in the middle of the fucking neighborhood, like here's a house, and then in between that house, that house, and the next house, it's their next door neighbor. There's a "Welcome to Kansas" sign. And you're driving back, it's like "Welcome to Missouri." It's like this. I think there's literally a house where the line goes right through their fucking house. Imagine like my living room is in Kansas and my fucking bathroom is in Missouri. I shit in Missouri. That's awesome, man. That must suck though. Like, if anybody has a house like that, let me know. Like, what are your property taxes like? I always think like, how the fuck do you manage that when your property literally exists in two different states? It's like, do you have to pay property taxes in both places? I would hope not, but I feel like that's an unfortunate thing you have to do. It's like because governments suck like that, right? Yeah. Canada has put up with so much crap from us lately. It makes me livid because I love Canada and people who are incredibly nice. Exactly. I don't know. Listen, I'm not a Canadian hater. I'm not a Mexico hater. I don't know, man. I don't believe in that shit. I believe in us. I believe in the United States that works together with our allied nations. Just that's me. I've said many times before. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I don't honestly really don't understand the hatred we have towards fucking Can. What's Canada done that's bad? I don't know. Anyways, oh, Tucker Carlson is a stepson of. Okay, that's part of that. Swan Frozen Foods famous. Okay, yeah. Weird. Quote: I will not tolerate you fine folks blaming something I did not say for the fine mess you have made on yourselves, Mark Twain. Did he actually say that? I don't know. I'll not tolerate you fine folks blaming something I did not or didn't or did not. I'm sorry, I did not say for the fine mess you've made for yourselves. I hope he did say that. I hope he did say that. That'd be cool. Because that makes more fucking sense than what the fuck they're like, saying claiming he said now, right? Even though it's a decent sized state, the ecology is basically the same through the whole state. Yeah, I mean, there's good and bad parts. Like where I am, I live more of a rural area, but it's pretty good mix. I actually kind of like it. It's not like a big, large town, but we have decent services here. It still feels like a small town, but because you're kind of in between two cities and you have Columbia in the middle there, if you really need something, I guess, it's not too bad. It really isn't too bad. It's kind of peaceful, actually, in a good way. I mean, there is shit that happens here like everywhere, but like I said, like that dude that ran his truck into my fucking front yard like a couple weeks ago. But hey, that's just normal redneck. Normal redneck. I can't talk. That is just normal redneck behavior. Anyways, all right. As long as you have no criminal record or pending court charges, I got none of those things, man. I'm clean as a whistle. I'm like, I have my paperwork is fucking together. All right, I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, at some point, I would like to. And Cosmic, I don't know if you know anything about this, but I have a sports car, my Elantra, and actually, I would love to like drive that up through Minnesota and actually cross the Canadian border and drive to Winnipeg, if that's how you call it. Is that how you say that? Winnipeg? Is that how you pronounce that city? I'm sorry. Dumbass American education here. I'd love to just drive into Canada and do like a Canadian road trip in my sports car. I don't know if that's. I feel like I can do that. From what I've been reading, that should be fine, as long as you got your shit together. But I don't know like what the status is of that right now. I hope it's okay. Be nice not to get all the way to Canada and be like, oh, sorry, sure, you can't do that. Oh, okay. I drove like 20 hours for no reason. Fuck, whatever. Yeah. Let's see here. You should come, man. It's beautiful here. Oh yeah, I want to go to Canada. I have done so much street viewing up there and all kinds of stuff. I would love to go. I really would. Just the country itself, like besides everything else, I love it up there. I think it's great. So, I was in the UK last year. Actually, we flew there, and that was pretty cool too. So I love the UK as well. People haven't learned how to argue civilly. You can disagree without being exactly, man. I have people on here that like that don't fully agree with all your opinions, but like that's fine. Like it doesn't have to be right. But you can't get on the internet and expect to agree 100% everybody, right? Or even in life, even with your like lifelong like romantic partner, are you gonna agree 100% everything? It doesn't fucking work that way. So yeah. Anyways, let's see here. My old lady is part Canadian. I think she can get me in. That's cool. Going through Minnesota is not the best route, though. Go up through Michigan, I'd say. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know it's kind of like rural as fuck up there, but that's kind of what sounds fun to me though. Like, and the reason why I say Minnesota is like in central Missouri, I can hit I-35 and just take I-35 like I think up to Minneapolis, and then from there, dart like kind of go like I'm going towards Fargo, and go that way towards Winnipeg. That's the route I would go, or I've planned anyway. But Michigan might be fine. Yeah, I've not. I'll look into different options. Sure. It's just like for where I am located, it might be faster ish to get at least into Canada that way. And then like travel up from there, kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I want Ontario is probably good too. So yeah, let's see. I knew a guy that had a township lion go through the middle of his house. It caused some confusion as to where he was supposed to vote. Yeah, I mean that's just gotta suck. There's all kinds of stupid like bullshit I think you have to deal with as far as that. Minnesota is ablaze. Oh, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. That's not good. Yeah, nice. You have an 04 WRX. Do it. Yes, that's joints pronounced. That's joint or J own. It's pronounced. What are you saying? Do it. That's J own. It's pronounced. Are you saying like I can bring my car to the Canada? I'm not sure what you're saying. Um, yeah, a WRX 04, that's cool. But my Elantra is much newer than that, but still awesome. Still awesome. I think they're both cool. Yeah, let's see. We're originally from the UK. Awesome, sweet. So Renner, you're in the US now. Do you care to share with us what state you're in? You don't have to. No pressure. I just some people don't want to say that. I'm just curious because like I've seen a lot of UK people like move to like Oklahoma and fucking Texas, and I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? Like to me, that'd be like the worst place for you to move to if you're like in the UK. But hey, what fuck do I know? Okay, you're in Minnesota. I get you. Okay. All right, Morrison, Colorado here. Extra class rate. Yeah. 58-year-old. Cool. Um, Morrison, Colorado. Colorado's cool. My friend was moved to Colorado. I've thought about going out there with him sometimes. You can go all the way through Duluth and Boundary Waters up to International Falls if you want to see the nice stuff. Yeah, as I'm saying, like, so other thing is I know Minnesota a little bit. My girlfriend, spent a lot of her life. She's not from there, but she sort of had a big chunk of her life there, and so like I know Minnesota. I kind of know that state ish. At least the southern parts of it. So like for me, I feel like I already kind of know a lot of the route to get there and what to do. So it's like, it's more familiar, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. It would be cool, pro. I'm out. Oh, you're in British Columbia. Oh, you're way out west then. Yeah. You're way further west than what I would do. Yeah. That's cool though, too. Go to Harvey, Montana and go north to Canada. It's 50 miles between mailboxes up there. Wow. 50 miles to mailboxes. That is fucking that is fucking rule. Damn. I don't know if I need that rule. I can believe it though. 50 miles. That's like fucking damn. My next door neighbor is like a state away, man. Fucking shit. Or I guess like a province in Canada, you know. Yeah. I lived all over the states. I love this country. That's good. There's a lot of people from the UK that come to the United States. A lot of them want to be like. I think a lot. I like storm chasing, and I think clearly I like storm chasing, right? Um, and I feel like a lot of people. I've seen like a lot of people from the UK come to the United States for storm chasing, and I think it's fucking amazing. Like to know that like there are like I was at the Twister 30-year anniversary this year, and there are people from the UK there, like all over the place. And I'm just like, dude, I can't imagine. Like that is one hell of a trip, coming into the UK, and I'm guessing you're flying either to O'Hare or maybe Dallas or something. And like driving then out to the middle of fucking Oklahoma, like nowhere, and you're from England. That's just nuts to me, man. I think it's cool though. I think that's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's nuts. Let's see here. Just north of Rochester. Just north of Rochester. Okay, yeah, cool. Cool. I watch you often. Just don't comment much anywhere. The greetings off from West Lafayette, Ohio. Hey ho to the gig. Yeah, cool. Yeah, you don't have to comment or anything. I appreciate you watching, man. Man, your outlook on police is sad. What about my outlook on police is sad? What did I say about police that's bad? Let's see. I storm chased a year a year after I moved here, I saw a wall cloud for the first time in White Bear Lake. That's awesome. See, I've grown up around storms like almost all my life. Like when I was in Florida, we had hurricanes big time, right? And then like moving to Missouri was like all tornadoes and fucking thunderstorms. So like I've been around them all my life. It's just fucking hilarious to see like people from the UK where they don't often get like severe storms. I know they get thunderstorms and stuff, but like they don't get like severe storms like or like massive fucking Oklahoma storms or some shit, right? Because we get those in Missouri. We actually get a lot of severe stuff in Missouri too because we're not very far away, right? Like Oklahoma, like this. I went to the 30th anniversary. It was like a five. I hop in my car. My bud came with me. 5 hours felt like nothing. Hell, I would do that again. I could do that in a weekend. I could literally drive down to Oklahoma in a weekend and be like, yeah, let's fucking go, because I'm so close to it. But it's just someone coming from like England all the way, man, that is just nuts. I think it's awesome you guys do that, though. Don't get me wrong. Yes, right in Chicago during a thunderstorm, I thought the world was ending. Oh, fuck, dude. So when I went to the UK, I think I might have told the story before. When I went to the UK, um, we took off from Chicago O'Hare, like on British Airlines. And we were when we got to the UK, the captain, when we were getting off the plane, he had told us, he's like, yeah, we were the last ones out of Chicago because when we were taking off, like, and this guy, man, this captain, he knew his shit. Like, there was an active like wall cloud, like rolling over the airport, or not, like probably not all the way. It wasn't over the airport, but it was getting pretty fucking close, right? He took off anyway. He just gunned it, and he just went right. He took that fucking was it 787 Max or 800 Max or the fuck? Took that bastard right up and it just flew around the fucking thing, and just right straight up around. And I was like, I already hate flying, and I was like, fuck this shit, man. It was awesome, but terrifying at the same time. You never like. I was interested to see the wall cloud, but I'm also like, I might as well enjoy this because I might die. So, oh, let's see. I moved far west. Well, I moved to far western Canada if I was able. Yeah, it's cool. I think I'm still kind of. I mean, this is like a noob opinion, but I've never been to Canada, so like I'd like to see Winnipeg. Some parts of Ontario, that kind of stuff. So yeah. Even though the UK has the highest number of tornadoes per landmass, they're very weak, and I can tell you we never see a thunderstorm like in the plains USA. Yeah, I don't know. I know there are other parts of the world that get like bad, like severe storms, but I honestly do think that like Oklahoma is like the worst on not just the United States, like in the fucking world. Like I think they get. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. But I've not heard anything else. I know that like some parts of India get really bad too, but like, dude, I think Oklahoma is like the absolute fucking worst when it comes to tornadoes, man. I swear, like that state is like the you live anywhere in the world and you want to storm chase, like go to Oklahoma. This is the fucking place to be, man. I joke with my girlfriend because she hates storms. I'm like, sweetheart, we're gonna move to Oklahoma. All right. She's like, no, the fuck, we're not. It's like, you know, even though the politics aren't so great in some cases, yeah, fuck, whatever. We can storm chase though. Oh man, my friend and I, like my buddy and I, we thought about buying. Like we were talking about it. We were in Wakita and Blackwell a few months ago. We literally talked about we were looking at houses online and like can we band together and buy a fucking house here in Oklahoma and just like make it our like a vacation home for like a storm chasing hut or some shit around like the Blackwell Wakita area. It'd be fucking awesome. I mean we I'm not gonna do it for obvious. I don't want to have to deal with all that shit, but I'd rather just stay in a hotel and come down, right? But still, fucking cool idea. Like our own little like hut. We call ours. Anyways, I don't know. Cool idea for us, I think. Um, the storms in Sask blew my mind. In Sask, I know that Canada got some like bad storms recently because it's that kind of time of year where everything's kind of moving upwards. So I know that like Canada got some severe weather like recently. Let's see. I think you had the same life experience as me. My experience with thunderstorms completely changed my life. I never really cared before. Now I have written apps that render radar data. That's sweet. I would love to see that actually. Render, what do you mean by render radar data? That's pretty cool. Where the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico meet the western winds. It's a fun time. Oh yeah, yeah. I went to law school in Oklahoma. It is a meteorological conversation zone, and the weather is next level. Yeah, I think Oklahoma is just. It is just like I'm sure other places get close, right? But I still think Oklahoma is probably like up there, if not the top of like the worst place. If you hate tornadoes, do not go there. You know, that's like the number one no place on planet fucking Earth, man. Yeah. Go out to the mountains in Canada if you get a chance. Oh yeah, there's the thing is like for me, like it won't be one trip to Canada. It'll be like several trips, and hell, I might move there someday. Even I don't want to move there now. I mean, I do, but I'm also like, I don't want to be like one of those. There's so many Americans who are like, I left the United States to get away from all this shit. Yeah, that's escapism to me, and I want to actually fucking try to see if I can fix this. If I seriously can't, if this country goes to complete shit and then we can do it at some point, fine, whatever. Maybe I'll move to Canada, but like, I don't know, man. As long as there's a fighting chance, I'm gonna stay here and try, right? Because I can. And then, of course, whatever happens, right? Maybe if things go back to normal again, things are great. Maybe I'll move to Canada at some point. We'll see. Me and my girlfriend do toss up moving back to Minnesota at least. If I move to Minnesota, then I can get to Canada much easier. So, hey, Cosmic, a video about time slips on my sleep playlist every night. Okay. Yes, do that and let me know I can fund. Yes, please do. Yeah, Renner, are you saying you want to help us buy a shithole house in like Wakita for like in this economy by the way like $30,000 and try to like fix it up? Oh fuck, man, I don't know. It's a cool idea. It's a lot of work though. But yeah, I mean, fuck, I don't know. Tornado Alley is shifting east though. Yeah, it sort of is. Although I don't know, man, Oklahoma still gets some shit. It still gets a lot of shit though. It still gets a lot of shit. It's just that where it is. So, but it is. I mean, again, in Missouri, I've gotten several storms in Missouri that are really severe. Let's see. I'll just start to do a segment on nighttime news television about present UAP reports. The world will be ending. Oh boy, that's a whole other thing. Curtis is our UAP expert. He's not joined in a long time though. He might be. He might be. He got mad at me at one stream a long time ago, and maybe he like hates me now. I don't know. I don't hate him though. So, if he ever joins though, again, he is our UAP paranormal expert, I suppose. Let's see. Go ahead and Google Squamish, bro. It's the best. I'll check that out. Let's see. For Storm Shade, yeah. Like I'm saying, yeah. Like if we do, I don't know. Well, I don't know if I want to actually do that, Renner. We'll see. Like we were kind of just dreaming. I mean, if I actually do get my shit together, I have so many like life projects that I'm already doing. Also, sorry, hi Lips and Joe Daisy. I do see you guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to read comments right now. But yeah, how's it going, guys? Thanks for joining. But yeah, Renner, if we were to do that, it'd probably not like right now in a little while because I have a lot of other projects I'm working on. I appreciate you wanting to fund this though. That's fucking sick. I mean, if you do want to contact me personally, like I said, my email address is on my channel. It's just techmaxware@gmail.com. You can find my channel, like I said. I mean, I'm not saying you have to do that. Like, that'd be sick. We'll have to figure something out maybe. But yeah, that'd be fucking, yeah. Speaking of which, though, like I said before, I think Wakita, Oklahoma, the whole Twister thing, they should turn that town into like a storm chasing hub, man. Or like, it's like, because like it's in between Kansas and Oklahoma. Like, it's like right there on the border, right? So it's like, it's a little bit hard to get to, I guess, because like you have to go like on the back roads a little bit. It's not too bad though. Like 35 runs not too far away from it, really, honestly, at all. So it's really not the worst position place. I think it'd be cool as shit to do that, to turn like you have like stores and businesses there like dedicated to like decking out your car, the equipment, that kind of thing, right? And Wakita is kind of like a dying town anyway, so like it'd be cool to liven that town up again By like, yeah, a tornado tourist trap. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it already kind of is the whole Twister scene there. So it's like they're already sort of doing that. Like, take it all the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes any sense. So yeah. David Richards says about McConnell, I've heard as long as his official vehicle is parked, staffed at a hospital or care facility, he is still considered acting in official capacity. I have no idea how that works, but I will tell you that's BS. It shouldn't be that way. I mean, the man should have to show up for work. I mean, that's like me. That's like me saying I can park my car at my office. That my current employer, and oh, I'm at work because I'm parked there, but I'm not actually like there. Like, what the fuck, right? That's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. So, if anything, your employer's charged for parking at that point. Curtis got mad. Curtis kind of, I don't know. Curtis, I don't know what the fuck happened. He got like, we were talking about like drinking and pot and shit like that, on one of my old live streams. And I said my opinions about it. I'm pretty like anti marijuana and anti alcohol, and I'm not saying you have to be. That's just my opinions on it, right? I have my reasons for that personally from family I've known, that kind of stuff, you know. And he did not like that. He thought that my reasonings were fucking bullshit. So cool. I don't know. That's fine. Like I said, I have no problem with his stuff. But yeah, he got upset about that, and I have not seen him on my shit since. So I don't know what happened, but it's all good. Yeah, so let's see. My friend and I are contractors. We flip houses. It's always more than you think it will be. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I'm actually the reason why I say like maybe not now is because I'm actively working on other projects as I speak. Like as we speak, like, well, not right now, but you know what I'm saying. Like, so it's just like, because I'm actually working on all this stuff. I've already got tons of projects in the works. It's like, I don't know. It's one of those things that I might do that at some point, but I need to get through some other shit first, kind of thing. The endless list of bullshit to do is kind of my problem. So let's see. I want to see one. Yeah, I have actually never seen a tornado in person. Never once. It's bullshit, by the way. I need to say, I'm almost 30 years old. I've never seen a fucking tornado once. What the fuck, man? Yeah, but yeah. At some point, I think my friend and I we've talked about going back to Oklahoma next year. It's obviously kind of end of season now, but like next year springtime, we might fucking run down there and try to storm chase. I'm nervous about doing it, to be honest, because like there's so many fucking people that do it nowadays, and like my biggest fear is like getting stuck on the side of the road and like a tornado's coming right at your ass, and it's like a massive line of cars and you cannot escape it. Like that's my biggest fear about storm chasing. So like if I did it, it'd be like a very safe distance. I'd be kind of like a pansy ass doing it because I don't want to get like stuck in the line of fire like some people, like some of those chasers do. Anyways, yeah. Let's see. Fire tornadoes are pretty wild. I don't know if I've seen like little like fire vortices and like bonfires. That's not exactly a fire tornado, I don't think, but yeah. Let's see. Drugs are bad. Okay, I'm not saying a thing. I'm not saying a thing about Mitch Cars being this fact. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying you said that. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck if that's the thing. I mean, it might be what they're trying to officially say, and that might just be an excuse to keep him like there. Because as we know, people don't often verify shit, right? They just believe whatever the fuck they think they hear. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. Let's see here. Ads during a live stream. That's bullshit. YouTube's does that. Hall Sparks also. The ads. Yeah, see, I'm not sure if monetization is turned on with the stream or not, but I've turned it off in the past. YouTube still plays ads. So, my nasty ass thinks, fuck it, if YouTube is going to like shove ads in your guys' faces, I might as well profit off that as well. Right? Sorry, not sorry. If they're going to do it anyway, fuck it. Right? So yeah, just chemicals addictions are bad. I mean, that's the thing though. So, people get addicted. I've seen it firsthand. It's likely there's been more tornadoes up north this year. I've heard that. Like I said, Canada just got like a bunch of storms. I think that used maturely, one can learn a lot about themselves with psychedelics. I'm not gonna again. We're not gonna start this conversation again. I have again. I listen. I come from the deep red, Missouri. I grew up in a town that was very much infested with drugs, and when I say that I mean like problems, bad stuff happening because of them. So I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's my opinion. So yeah. D. Michael, I have no idea what the fuck you're trying to say. It almost looks like your account got hacked, man. I'm not sure what happened. You're like saying a bunch of weird shit. Or I honestly can't read what the fuck you're saying at all. It's like maybe my character set is like, fucked or something. I don't know. I don't think so though. One of the storm chasers I follow is covering wildfire Pacific Northwest, being that he lives in. Yeah, I think wildfires are a big thing right now, which, you know, unlike tornadoes, I think wildfires are worse because like it's such a large spread of area that is, you know, that is just like massively being destroyed. It's kind of sad, honestly. I'm hopefully I don't know. I'm hopeful that people can get some relief from that shit. But man, wildfires are bad right now. They're really in a lot of places. It's bad. For the record, I got to vote for Jimmy Carter twice. The only time I truly believed in who I was voting for. Doing Jimmy Carter was, I think, a pretty decent president, actually. So, I think he was like, he pissed a lot of people off because he was almost too progressive for the time, but, you know, I don't know. I think that's also a good thing, So, yeah. Anyone can become addicted to anything. Questions whether socially sanctioned addiction to work, school, church, something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. I'm yes and no. I mean, but drugs have certain things that make them very easy to again. I'm not going to talk about this anymore. All right, no more drug talk. It just pisses people off. I have massive opinions against it. So, and you guys don't. So I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, let's see. I won't say more about it, but currency therapy. Yeah, let's see. Oh, there's Curtis. Okay, Curtis. I was saying earlier that there's someone talking about like maybe some shit about UAP. I forget what they said, but I said that you are our UAP and what did I say? And, oh yeah, and paranormal UAP and paranormal experts. So if anybody has like UAP or paranormal, I don't know, fucking things that they want to talk about, Curtis is your guy. He's also got a YouTube channel, so check him out. Yeah, all that good stuff. I'm pretty sure his channel, like he's chatting as right now, is his channel. So you probably just like browse his channel that way, I guess. Yep. But yeah, that's the kind of thing. It's what we're at, an hour and 30 minutes, huh? Anyways, I don't know what else is there to talk about. We've covered a few things. A few things. I'm a ghost hunter, but I'm interested in UFOs. Thanks, man. Yeah. That's so you're okay. Yeah, but I mean, you kind of talk about both. I when I watch your live streams, you talk about both. Which I mean, you decide what you want to do, but I don't know. That's what I see anyway. I don't know. Yes. All right. Anyways, guys, yeah, it's been a fun stream. I don't know how much more I'm gonna do tonight. Trying to skim back on, trying to get they kind of cross over, I guess. So they're all in a way, it's all kind of paranormal in a sense. Yeah, I don't know. I guess aliens probably exist, but they're so far away. That's my take on it. Is like I grew up reading Arthur C. Clarke, and I grew up reading a lot of science fiction, and also just like Carl Sagan, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and other authors too. They're like real astrophysicists, things like that. And I don't know. Like I think there's a lot we don't know about our universe, right? But that being said, and I'm one of those people that's like I'm very much a hardcore like gotta show me the massive evidence to show, before blah blah blah. I'm not going down that road again, but um, it's one of those things where like aliens. I don't know if they've been. I have no idea, no idea, right? No idea, but I'm on the like the side of they probably haven't been here only because like traveling through the cosmos is so fucking hard to do, as we have studied ourselves and our own planet. So yeah. I saw her talking about the elections. How did Mo go? I have not seen. I don't think there were. I think polls have probably just closed, so I don't think we have counts yet. We'll probably have them either tonight or probably tomorrow. I would think. Um, yeah, I don't think we have all the ballots counted and everything yet. So I'm sure they'll release results soon, but they literally just closed the polls. So I think they're open until 7:30 or something. So it's 8:30 now. So it's been closed about an hour. So yeah, they're probably working on like tallying everything up. Over 500,000 acres have burned so far, and oh yeah, that's fun. I think it's like over Canada and a lot of parts of I was watching like a map of it earlier. It's pretty bad. Neil deGrasse Tyson was offered a viewing of the NASCA mummies and declined because he was not a historiologist but a physicist. That's cool. I mean, I respect that. I respect that he that's kind of what expertise is about. It's like people look up to Neil deGrasse Tyson because he's smart. Yeah, but he's smart in a field, right? Kind of like me. I talk about politics, but I'm no expert in politics. My real expertise actually lies in information technology, computers, things like that. That's kind of why I want to have a channel about that stuff too. So I like to touch on this stuff because I've also studied a lot about it, but hell, I'm no expert. I'll be the first one to say that because I don't want you to treat me like an expert because that'd be wrong. I'm no expert. So I'm on the fence on aliens myself, but I'm open to it. That's kind of how I am too with anything. It's kind of like, haven't seen enough to say I exactly know they exist, or with any of that stuff really, but I'm open to the idea. I think that's kind of my stance on it. I suspect if they're coming and going, they're probably doing it dimensionally. Yeah, I mean, perhaps, maybe there's a science we don't know about yet in the way they're doing it. I mean, wormholes is one theory to travel lengthy distances, but we haven't exactly proven that yet to be true either, right? So it's kind of one of those things. All near Sport Canada used to live in Washington. I don't think so. It's not me. I don't think. Let's see. Skinny Bob is real. I know a lot about a little and a little about a lot. It's like master of all like what is that? Like master of like no like good at a lot, master of none. What the fuck is that quote? I never get that right. I can do a little bit of everything, but I'm master of nothing kind of shit. What is that? There's a certain quote for that, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Let's see. It's not much of sending all of Washington State. Yeah, for sure. The wildfires suck. I mean, there's nothing good about that stuff. Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none. That's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, like you can do a little bit of everything, but like you don't really have expertise in anything, kind of shit. Yeah. We are not alone in post-disclosure America. David Gersh explained that we are in possession of NIHI origin technological vehicles and biological evidence of aliens. I've heard stuff like that. I don't know how much of that. I haven't seen anything conclusive to say that I believe that stuff. And again, I hate using that word believe. I guess conclude that's existence. I think it's interesting. I think it needs more investigation. I just don't know if it's conclusive, right? That's kind of my thing. Yeah, there are many things unseen, and I would say, therefore, there are many things that we can't conclude that either are there or not, or what they even are if they are there, right? There is a video actually. So one of the properties my girlfriend and I work on, I recorded a video of an orb that I fucking think is a ghost. I can't show it on video, unfortunately. I'll see if I can get permission from her to do it. It was on one of our security cameras. And actually, after seeing this and being like, what the fuck is that? I looked up our address on Google and scrolled down for this house that we own for this Airbnb, and scrolled down, and there used to be a business in that house, and the owner actually has the old owner of that house had actually talked openly online about the paranormal activity, and that they had seen orbs doing exactly what that video was saying video was showing, which I thought was fucking super fucking creepy and also cool at the same time. Yeah, I'll see if I can. I don't know if my girlfriend let me show it because it is the inside of that property, but and it's kind of a mess right now because we're working on shit, so it's kind of weird. I'll get if I do it. Let me ask. I might be here next live stream if you want to see it. I can't guarantee I'll show it, but I will try. I will try to see if I can show it. There's not much really to see, but it is pretty creepy, and it's not just dust because like this camera filters out dust pretty well, and you can sometimes see dust on this camera, as I have seen, and it looks nothing like what you see, what you're actually looking at. So very fucking interesting, and I will have to see if I can get permission to show it. Yeah. I don't understand why aliens are always naked. That's kind of cringe. I don't fucking, yeah. I think we have a weird idea of aliens too. I don't know if our idea of aliens is accurate all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Tell her I said, please. I will ask. I will say there's interest. I'm sure there's um, maybe I'll be like able to splice it a little bit so it doesn't show everything. We'll see. There's nothing really in there that's like really bad. It's just the inside of the home, so it's kind of like people get nervous about that kind of stuff, and it's not my house, so I can't like just do it without asking permission for it. So yeah, but I don't believe in that nonsense that apparently my Bluetooth headphones do. Have you ever seen? Yeah, to be fair, I'm not saying this is a ghost. I have no idea. If like that's what it was. But it's weird. And I will, to be honest, that room where it was recorded in, I've debunked because I have cameras all over this property, right? And it's security cameras. And I looked outside to see if there's anything else going on. I mean, no one even drove by at this time. It just I cannot find any explanation as to why it happened. And it looks fucking ghost-like, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying it is. It's just cool, and it's if nothing else, it's a cool story. It's like cool story, bro. So yeah, I'll see if I can get permission to show it. If I can't, you'll just have to take my word for it, I guess. Or you don't have to. I'm just kidding. But yeah, really, it is interesting though. It is interesting. I usually dismiss orbs, but not all. I'm on that same page, Curtis. I don't often think that orbs are much of anything, but the way this one acted is just strange. And then hearing it described, like hearing the same phenomenon happen after seeing this, and then someone wrote an article about it, about that address, and they're basically describing it as like, oh look, these orbs, like they literally said it like swirls around a room in the video, right? And they described just that, and it just have someone else from many years ago say the exact same thing about what happens in this video. It's just one of those weird things, right? It's like, there might be more to this than you think. I don't know, right? I have no idea. It could be fucking dust. Who knows? But I don't think it's dust. I think it's something, right? It could be a right reflection of some kind. There could be a logical explanation. We don't have a clue. Could be a ghost. So yeah, I'll see if I can get permission to show it. So if you're interested in that, show up next live stream Thursday at 7. If nothing else, other bullshit in my life happens, and yeah, well, if I can show it, she might say no. Just saying, but if I can show it, then I will show it. Then. If you haven't seen it yet, check out The Room. It's actually quite a good horror flick. I'm not really into horror movies, really. I like paranormal interests me and like the realists. I'm a realist, a scientist kind of person, right? So like I don't get like cryptids. Cryptids. I don't believe in that shit. I'm sorry, I don't believe in cryptids. You know, ghost. I don't believe in ghost either. I just think that it's possible. I guess it makes more sense than like a cryptid. You know, but hey, what do I fucking know? They were ancient aliens, and we there were ancient aliens and we ate them. That's funny. I like that. I like that notion. I photographed orbs that were not lens flares or dust particles. It was kind of amazing and third. Yeah. I, Again, so these infrared cameras are specifically designed to try to filter that kind of stuff out, and they often do. And you can see when they even do. The camera did not think this was a dust particle, right? So, and it did not look like one so much either. It sort of does at first, but then as you kind of watch it move, and especially towards the end, it like almost comes from like it kind of like straightens out. It goes off frame, but right before it goes off frame, it kind of like just like is no longer like circular. It kind of like straightens up, like it's gonna form into something, but then it goes off frame and I can't see it. Right. So sorry, my keyboard. Don't know. Interesting though. All right, sorry. I'm trying to read comments here, but I'm not. I'm not gonna get them all, unfortunately. How's it going, Mitch Bailey? Nice to see you, man. I don't know why everyone calls them orbs because, according to my 5-year-old self, they are distinct points of light that sparkle and glow and move around. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense because I guess you're kind of right because, like, even on this video, it's more two-dimensional looking than anything, which might even make it seem like it's, you know, a dust particle in the camera or something. But yeah, I don't know. I guess because they look round, fuck, I don't know. Let's see. Why else would you hang out with somebody? I don't know. Why else would I? Let's see. DSA is looking good. Yes, yeah. DSA. I hope. Yeah, we'll see. I am interested to see if these. Honestly, if Missouri starts voting Democrat, guys, if Missouri starts doing that shit, that's a big fucking way. That's a big sign. That's something. All right. If Missouri is kind of like, yeah, fuck these Republicans, that's something. Don't know yet. I'm waiting to see the election results. They're going to come out hopefully soon here. I'm not going to be probably live when they come out or anything, but hey, yeah, we'll have to maybe follow up on them or something. Maybe Thursday we'll follow up on them. I saw ball lightning once. It was very fascinating. It just kind of bobbed lackadaisically around the yard and eventually hit a tree and went kaboom. It was like a shade of electric blue. Yeah, ball lightning is very strange. Old Ben still kicking on a YT. I'm trying to. I'm not doing. So this is my like. I'm no. I still talk politics on here because my subscribers. That's why you all are here. I get that, right? I try to respect that. But this is really just kind of like my cat. This is my main account on YouTube, right? I've had this account for a long time. And so like I don't know if I want to just like make it my I don't know. I guess I can talk politics on it. I don't really care. I will I guess right now just because I think it's important to. But at the same time, like I don't know if I want to like brand it like I was trying with political wear. I don't know. I'm cool just being me, And if I talk politics and all that shit, hey, it's me, right? So there's that. I don't know if it makes any sense at all. If it doesn't, that's cool. I don't believe in cryptids either, but I like the folklore. I kind of agree with that. The folklore is kind of cool. Like Wendigos are kind of strange, right? It's like I don't believe they exist, but it's kind of spooky to think about, right? It's kind of like a fun Halloween campfire kind of story, And that's kind of thing too is like even if you don't necessarily believe in that shit, it's just a fun story. It's fun to like ooh, and like if you're like even skeptics, sorry, not sorry, the human brain does a lot of shit, right? To you like, when you're scared in a weird situation. If you're out in the woods and you're all talking about like sharing creepy ass stories, even if you're a skeptic, you feel a bit fucking creeped out. It's how it goes, man. It's just how it goes. It's fucking fun, I love Halloween and actually every maybe someone's gonna like try to find me when I say this, but that's fine, whatever. Every year I go on a ghost tour, the Ararock Ghost Tour, in Ararock, Missouri. I go to that every single year. My girlfriend and I both love to do it. Every single fucking year, man. I love it. Like I almost know the whole. It differs every year what they do. Like a couple of years ago was really good. We saw a lot of buildings, and then one year was kind of not so great. But oh man, it's creepy sometimes. It's fun to go in some of those. Sometimes we get to go in those like creepy buildings, and it's fun. It's fun to do that. Like when you're standing inside the building, and then she's telling the ghost story. Listen, it's fucking it makes it's kind of puts you on edge. It's fun to do that kind of shit, you know. It's just fun if nothing else. Let's see here. Mitch Bailey says, remember to tell people to prepare for what's to come with the administration refusing to accept election results in November. I think that what's to come is, we'll see. I honestly don't know. I think it could go either way. I think everybody should be prepared in a sense, but I also think that we need to keep our hopes up and try to civilly solve this problem, which is possible. And honestly, again, I want to be clear. If there's one piece of hope I can astound upon you, Republicans are doing everything. They're dumping so much money right now in the midterms because they're fucking scared shitless that they're going to lose. Okay, now I'm not saying that should make you believe that we're going to win this thing cold turkey. Like, not going to be a problem. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to spread that narrative. But I am saying that, you know, they're fucking nervous. Okay, they're nervous, and they're acting nervous. So don't worry. It's a challenge for them, and they know that. Let's see, build trust communities, no MAGA or GOP. The underground modern railroad needs to be built now. Yeah, I'm not a MAGA or GOP or conservative kind of person anyway. So there's that. Let's see. Ball lightning and luminous gas bubbles have been scientifically proven. Yeah. Ball lightning is a real thing. It's been documented. We don't really understand it per se, but it's been documented several times. Oh yeah, the administration trying to use force. They absolutely are. I 100% agree with that. Yeah. They are going to try to do that, and we will make sure they don't. We will, as people, if we're good about it, we'll make sure they fail. Simple as that. I mean, as a 5-year-old, I saw them all the time. I even had to go to the doctor because I was convinced they were real. I've only ever seen them once again decades later. I assume hallucinations. Interesting. We like seeing you just because you're just being you too, buddy. We'll try not to make it too political. That's fine. No, we can. So, like you're saying, I do have a second channel, my Tech Maxware channel, where I'll do more tech videos. I'll probably try to keep the politics off of that one, only because I might reference a tiny thing or whatever about what I believe in or whatever, but only because that channel is more reference to tech, and I'm doing this channel, which is mainly politics right now. So, but that's kind of where I'll do some other stuff too, is on that channel. I haven't uploaded nothing on that channel yet. I understand. I want to, though. It's going to happen. Don't I keep saying that. It never happens. So it's going to happen. Don't worry. Yeah. Let's see here. You can learn a lot from culture, from its folklore. Oh yeah, you definitely can. That's like even learning about how people think about things, right? Maybe their stories aren't like accurate, right, about what actually happened, but you can like psychologically learn a lot about people just by the kind of the stories they tell. Actually, luminous bacteria creating a goo bubble and exhaling hydrogen to inflate it. Okay. Administration is building private armies. Yeah, I know. We know, man. Mitch, don't listen. You're preaching to the choir, man. We get it. We understand. Trump is fucking bad news. Like, you are amongst friends here. Believe me. How are you? How about you are in the woods talking about creepy stuff, and then something similar happens? Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever do a live stream though about me being in the woods. I mean, like me actually in the woods streaming. I don't know if I'm have the balls to do that, guys. I don't know if I can do that. It's all about logistics, internal security force. Yeah. Haley Stevens is going to win. How do I not know that person? Hopefully, I don't know. Please remember hit that like. Yes, please. Not that I like like to self promote, but also because we can talk to more people and hopefully try to convince other people that hey, they still have the right to vote. Hey, we can still save this country. It doesn't have to be all bad. I'd like to be able to send that message to more and more people if that's possible. I don't think the average person understands what will happen and the force used against us. Vets and cops know the violence works. This administration has hired tens of thousands of goons. Oh yeah, no, I agree with that, Mitch. I don't think the average person understands the dangers, which is part of the reason why I'm on here talking about this stuff. But I'm not saying I disagree with you on everything. I don't want to just. There's a lot of stuff going around right now. A lot of people are saying that that we can't do anything. That we have to fight this like a military way. We might get to that point. Don't get me wrong. I'm still trying to see if we don't have to do that. If we can get Democrats back in midterms and set things on the right direction, at least for now, and then maybe build a separate party or something like that. Maybe like DSA is already kind of forming though, right? Where we can try to, build a better America in that way. I'd like to do it the civil way first, if we can try that method, before I go full throttle into like militia. Because if we're at that point, man, it's already pretty fucking bad. I don't believe we're at that point yet. I really don't. Yeah. But no, I don't mind you being here, Mitch Bailey, at all. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of saying, yeah. Fuck, my stream apparently seems to be glitching out. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. I'll dip out, SOS. Yeah, it's all good, man. Let's see. Stevens is not winning. Abdul is already over 50% of the vote. By Mitchell. Yeah, let's see. Anyways, yeah. Honestly, guys, I might dip out as well. So it's been almost 2 hours, and yeah, I'm hoping that. So let's see. Before I do, let's check on. Let's see how if Missouri elections have. I can't type on the keyboard right here. I wish I could type. There we go. So yeah, I think it looks like they're still counting ballots, which I'd expect is probably what's happening. Sorry, guys. I have like the tab open in a separate window, so let me pop this over here real quick. See if Missouri Secretary of State. The primary election August 4th, 26 unofficial results. What unofficial results, huh? What the fuck? Submit. I'm trying to make sense of this here. Hold on one second. If you can bear with me. My face is all lit up too because like the monitor is like white all of a sudden. Still counting ballots sounds like a GOP lawsuit. Oh man. Let's see. Well, it does appear that Republicans are going to take the state auditor so far. It looks like there are more votes for that. They're still counting, I guess, but it looks like Republicans are. It's a red state. Here we are, So yeah, it looks like. I mean, but but it's still too early. Like 475 of 3,235 precincts reported. I mean, it could change, right? But it is looking like Republicans are actively taking it. So one of 639 precincts reported, 52%. Paul Berry, which is a Republican, and Democrats really haven't. I mean, 17,000. Actually, wait, U.S. Representative District 1. Am I understanding this correctly? Is Democrats, his party total is 22. when Republican is only 2,000. Interesting. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's kind of strange. It seems like Democrats have a huge lead in the U.S. Representative District 1 so far, but they're far behind with the state auditor. I don't know. I don't know how. Yes, these are all primary. This is our primary elections. Obviously, our main elections, the general election, will be in November. This is primaries, though. So yeah, we'll see here. But they do have to elect a new state auditor. So I could be wrong. This might just be interesting. Let's see. District 3 reported. So it seems like there's like the different districts, the precincts. It's kind of weird because like I gotta be honest, there's not. As I'm scrolling down here, the Republicans have a lot more votes than Democrats do. So far, I mean, again, we're so early; it could change, but I mean, we're this early in, and there's way less for. But again, it's a red state, you know. To be, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If it would be something, it would be something massive if you had a bunch of people vote Democrat here. That'd be something. So yeah, most districts are leaning Republican. I gotta be honest. If I'm understanding this correctly. Yeah, it's not looking good for Democrats in Missouri, which is, I suppose, to be expected. There's a lot here, and I don't think they're. Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff here that has not been reported. So, although there are a lot of 100% that have been, and Republicans got the vote. So I don't know. Yeah. Would be a miracle if the stadium reaches purple. Yeah, that's the thing about being in Missouri is like I do feel underrepresented here because it's like here I am in a red state, right? Who the fuck am I kidding myself? So that's what I'm saying, man. People vote against their own interests so much. This is a good example. This is like people just sit there and vote against their own, like clearly Republicans are fucking up right and left, but people don't fucking care. They just don't care, man. Okay, well, that's weird. That's interesting. So, District 68 was only Democrats. They're the only ones that ran. That's interesting. Okay. Some of these districts are only Democratic. That's interesting. That's weird. Very interesting. Oh man. District 73. Now this is still not fully reported, but a lot of Democratic votes. There's not even a Republican person on the ballot. There are a lot of Democratic votes. There is one Libertarian running, and so far 0 votes for that person. 0 out of so far 4,224 people decided to vote for a Democrat versus a Libertarian. Man, what the fuck is Libertarians even doing? It's like that party doesn't get anywhere. Like I don't know. It's not a serious party, in my opinion. It's like they exist just to exist. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, we had a Democratic governor actually at one point a while ago. GOP is out of money. Trump stole it all. The problem is though, like you got some of these rural areas, man, where it doesn't matter. They just fucking they're brainwashed all fucking get up, man. Let's see. Yeah, it's still very underreported. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. Um, I am going to report on this Thursday. So I mean, you'll probably know by then too. But I will talk about. I'll try. I'll see. Okay, here's what I'll do. Two things. I'll try to see if I can get that ghost video on Thursday. So if you care about that, the one that I recorded in our Airbnb property. So if I can get permission to use that from my girlfriend because she owns it, not me, then I will show that to you guys first and foremost, and then second of all, we will go over the election results in Missouri and see how that turned out. I'll have a lot more information at that point in time. So far, it seems like there's a lot of Republican votes, but there's also a lot of Democratic votes. That's pretty good. A lot of districts are purely Democratic people running. So weird, unexpected, but interesting. So yeah, it's we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, hey man, glad to see you have your channel going again. Yeah, it's really just me. Excuse me, I still talk politics, but like, you know, this is just a me channel really, if nothing else. Nothing serious really. I have no official goals for this channel. I do have a second channel, like I said before I go, Tech Maxware. I've got nothing uploaded there yet, but it does exist. It's my old name for that I used to have on this channel. I will the point of that channel is going to be tech-based videos because that's what I do in my real life is technology-related stuff. So again, if you're interested in that, subscribe there, and then I can get that channel off the ground at some points whenever I can work on stuff like that. I have a few computer builds and things I want to do on that channel, so we'll see. I actually have, if you're interested in that, I have some Unify systems as well that I'll be working to set up for some of our properties. Actually, it's the same stuff that recorded that ghost video. So I'll be looking into that as well. Maybe on that channel, we'll see. Anyways, yeah. So that's going to be the live stream tonight, guys. We're almost a 2-hour mark. So next stream Thursday around 7 p.m. I will go live. We'll have obviously more information about the Missouri elections at that point. We'll talk more about those. And then we'll also, if I can get permission from my girlfriend, I will show that ghost video. So yeah, it'll be what time Thursday? I try to stick to 7 p.m. on both Tuesdays and Thursdays weekly. Last week was kind of weird because I had some shit go down the previous week. But you like computer networking? Nerd. Oh, I'm a total fucking nerd, man. I'll agree to that. I don't have no shame in that. If you want to see how much of a nerd I am, check out my second channel. Anyways, so yeah. Sorry. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will be. I fucking can't think. My brain is going nuts here. Can't think. I'll be doing live streams at 7 p.m. So this coming Thursday, look out for that. That'll try to be some topics. I apologize ahead of time if I cannot show the ghost video. All right. I don't know for sure. I will try to convince my girlfriend. She's such a lovely lady and sweet talker into doing it. No promises. Okay. You know how women are. I'm just kidding, guys. Just kidding. So anyways, yeah, so that's that'll be the next stream. And yeah, so we'll do that. My guess is she'll give you permission to talk sweet. We'll see. She's very picky about that kind of stuff because she's a lawyer. I understand that. So we'll see what she does. I love her though. I love her to death. Maybe she's watching and she already is, contemplating. We'll see. Tell her Santa asked. I don't think that'll help, but we'll see. So, buy her shit. Riley says buy her shit. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Hey, that does work. That does work. Sometimes when I piss her off, I'm like, sweetheart, let's take you out to dinner. All right, I'm gonna take you to your favorite restaurant. Yeah, it fucking works every fucking time, guys. Anyways, oh yeah, like I just said, they love that shit. Okay. Anyways, all right, guys. I will try to get permission to use that video. All jokes aside, my girlfriend is awesome. All jokes aside. So. And then we'll talk about the election results then. Anyways, okay, I've been rambling on enough. We were at 2 hours now. I gotta go. Gotta get some shit done. You guys have a good time. Have a good life. Not we're leaving forever. Just have a good life between now and Thursday. Have a good night, I guess. And yeah, sick times in good and bad ways. I don't know. Yeah, guys, take care of yourselves out there. Hopefully see you guys Thursday. Might put out a video in between now and Thursday. We'll see. But yeah, otherwise, thanks for coming out. I appreciate the stream. Once again, I have my second channel, Tech Maxware. If you want to check that out, please do if you're interested in tech stuff. And yeah, everybody have a good night. Thanks for the comment, Joe Daisy, of the shirt. I wear this shirt actually a lot on live streams. I should probably wear something else. People might think I only have the one shirt. Stay salty. I will try. Everybody else, stay salty as well. Also, stay hydrated. Gotta stay hydrated, you guys. Also good. Buy your shit. I'm sorry. Okay, guys. You guys have a good night. Take care.